In what was supposed to be a week of celebration in the greatest thing to ever have happened to the Spanish women's national side, winning the World Cup last Sunday against England was meant to start a new era for Spanish football. However, it has been marred with controversy. The head of the Spanish Football Federation, Luis Rubiales, two incidents on Sunday after the final whistle had blown has caused controversy and has caused anger amongst many. Now, after the full-time whistle, it was seen on video of Mr. Rubiales grabbing his crotch area just meters away from the Queen of Spain and her 16-year-old daughter. Then he got onto the pitch where they were doing the trophy presentation and kissed Jenny Hermoso. Now, this has caused a lot of story and backlash from this incident, as it was caught on video him kissing her on the lips, and it has since come out that it wasn't consensual. Throughout this past week there's been many stories of the future of Mr. Rubiales, and many were led to believe that he was going to resign from his position when the RFEF called an extraordinary meeting that was scheduled for Friday morning. However, that was not the case. Mr. Rubiales is still in his case at the time of recording, and we are still at a deadlock as to why he is still in this position. Now, many people on social media, journalists, fans, have all been angered at the stuff that Mr. Rubiales has done, calling him to go immediately, and rightly so. A man kissing a woman, or anyone kissing any person without their consent on national TV or not, whether it's traditional or not, should not be in their position, and they should be out of it immediately. However, Mr. Rubiales doesn't think he did anything wrong. In fact, on his press conference on Friday, he said it was consensual and that it was just a peck, nothing more than he would give to his own daughters, which is absolutely horrific. Earlier on this week, the Spanish League have released a statement regarding Mr. Rubiales' situation, in which they expressed their anger towards his apology, or their lack of, and that they feel that he is not best suited for the position. FIFA, the Players Union, have also released statements this week regarding this situation, and they have called on FIFA to take action, and FIFA themselves have opened a disciplinary committee opening proceedings over Mr. Rubiales against the incident that took place on the 20th of August. So where do we stand on this, the 26th of August? Well, Mr. Rubiales is still in his position as the president of the Spanish FA, and he seems to have the support of a few men. Now, whilst he has the support, it is something that cannot go on for a long time. Overnight, last night on Friday the 25th of August, all 23 players of the Spanish national side and 58 other Spanish nationals all said that they will not play for the Spanish national side again whilst Mr. Rubiales is still in charge of the federation. This then caused further backlash from the RFEF by saying that they are not allowed to do this, and that they are going to take this to court over the situation because they do not believe the words of Jenny Hermoso to be true, and that they have put out pictures on their statement themselves regarding the situation, saying it was she who engaged in this whole situation, when Jenny Hermoso herself has put out in a statement saying that the words of the RFEF and the words of Mr. Rubiales are pure lies. Now, this is a thing that isn't just going on in the Spanish Football Federation. There has been many other federations that have been at the front and centre of this stuff. We've had the stuff with the Zambian head coach pre and early into the World Cup. There's been stuff with the Nigerian team and many other teams over the past couple of years, and it is now coming to the attention because of the growth of the women's game, myself included, coming into this over the last couple of years. It is something that we need to kick out of football and need to kick out of life, this way of living, that men have these privileges, that these sort of things are common and that are the norm. These are not acceptable. Women should be able to work and live in peace and not have to worry about silly situations, and these situations that have a lot of detriment onto their lives and their future. Now, what happens from here? while we're waiting for the FIFA's proceedings to come back, the Spanish government have also got involved, saying that they plan to suspend Mr. Rubiales from his position, and that he will practically be out of the job, and then we will wait for further information. FIFA, they have to make sure that this man does not continue, because this is what is ruining what should have been a week of celebration for the Spanish football players and everything to do with the Spanish women. What a fantastic story it is for them to win their first ever World Cup. But it hasn't just been him at the Spanish FA that the players have been angered about. Last year, you may recall, the 15 players of that were stood against manager Jorge Vilda for his stuff going on behind the scenes. Now, I don't know the full details and context of it, but from what you read, it is not a happy environment and doing stuff that should not be happening. And I remember the one bit of a statement saying that players weren't allowed to lock their rooms until midnight because of such silly situations that he had going on. It is not new, and it's not been happening for the last couple of years. This has been going on for nearly 30 years now, from previous managers, and the Spanish FA just seem to have been turning a blind eye, and this is not acceptable. As of now, we will wait to see what repercussions Mr. Rubiales and any other people at the Spanish FA have, whether that be from the Spanish government themselves or whether it be from FIFA and UEFA. We hope that this action is taking place, and we hope that Mr. Rubiales and others are kicked out of their job and not allowed to work in the women's game, because we want this to be a safe environment for fans, for players, for coaching staff, for everyone who loves our glorious sport of football.